Do you think Tinubu can survive politically without the North?
He will survive.
Cannot survive.
He will survive.
Never survive.
Wait.
He knows.
He will survive. Wait. He will survive. Why is he going to survive? He is a big thief. And it is only a big thief that can catch a fellow thief.
Welcome back to Eke React. My people, I'm back with another trending topic in Nigeria. This Tinubu tax reform don't they cause many problems for the farm trio. So as it stands now, some Fulani people don't come out when they talk say if Tinubu go ahead with the tax reform, say then go make sure say Tinubu don't come back during 2027 election. I'm sure that you guys have had something like that this past few days. But as it is now, some people from Southwest, especially this our chairman on this video. So he's trying to remind the Northerners that they don't even, as that Tinubu doesn't need them to win the 2027 election. So he's trying to remind the Northerners that that they don't even have that much population, that they do, maybe during the election period, they do import people from Niger, something like that, import people from Niger to come and vote during the election period. That's why it always looks like they have that mass population. And I think so, even they do introduce minors, that is kids, to vote during the election. So it can't be like, say, their population too big. See, we have to accept this tax reform because it's the only change we need. All states in Nigeria need to be productive. They need to be competitive. They need to be productive to make more money. So you cannot only rely on federal allocations for you to survive as a state. There is no moving forward with that kind of practice. For us to move forward, we have to accept this tax reform. You understand? We have to accept it. All the states needs to be productive. They need to be, making sure they utilize their natural resources very well in order to, generate funds so that they can help our economy. You understand? So all these noise making and all these things will not help, as in will not solve any issue. The only solution to our problem now is for the states to invest in their states. That is the governors to invest in their states. So even if the state is now generating money and they are embezzling it, that one will be another different. At least there will be jobs for people. People will be, you understand, people will be paid. People will not be idle. That's the most important thing. So my guy, as in my people, make I allow now watch this video. But before then, make sure, what did you think about this tax reform issue, going on between the Hausas and these people of South-South? What do you think, about the Southwest, about the ongoing exchange between the Northerners and the Southwest? So I go make I know what you think on the comment section. But don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you are new to this channel, and also like this video so that YouTube will recommend it to more people. Thanks.
You hear me? A policeman who is not trained, a criminal, about crime, cannot detect crime. A policeman who's a policeman who's not trained about crime cannot detect crime.
Yes, sir. This one you are saying that he is a big thief. Is he an allegation you are making? Is this something you have a good authority, or you are speculating?
That is my own understanding to Tinubu. You hear me? We want what do you call a drastic president? What do you call lawyer? Lawyer Gani Fawemi. Not you call it one name. A drastic lawyer. A radical. Thank you. It is only a radical that can rule this country, and the military, we don't want them. Tinubu is a radical. You hear me? That's why I call him a thief. Wait, you must understand what you are doing. Tinubu understand the police of this country than anybody. You mingle with them, you know every one of them.
Can you look at Tinubu in the face and tell you are a big thief?
Actually, you are recording me now. If you get to him now. Are you not recording me? What question is that? Answer that for yourself.
You know why I said it.
Answer that yourself.
You know why I said it.
Because the only that's on you to prove, because they said you make an allegation, are the responsible to prove. That's why I'm asking whether you have evidence or it's yes.
I have evidence. You hear me? Tinubu is my man. You hear me? I understand him and I follow him. Not that I follow him biased. No. Tinubu joined politics in 1990 or 1991. 1990 or 1991. I've been in politics before then. You hear me? But before Mobile push him, France push him, they must have known who he is. He's someone who is sensible. You hear me? And he knows what is going on.
What you have like to Tinubu now, see that the North is fighting him.
All right. I have a song for him. Ma jọba lọ Tinubu o, ma jọba lọ Tinubu o. Ẹni tí a kò lè rọ̀ lóyè, ìjọba tí a ò lè dojú ẹ̀ bolẹ̀ ní. Ìṣàkóso rẹ̀ dùn mọ́ mi yéye o, ma jọba lọ Tinubu o.
For benefit of those who do not decide about what are you trying to tell him?
I say Tinubu should continue. His government, I so much like it. I don't want him to continue. He will succeed.
Okay, lastly on this, sir, let us know your name, and after that, what is your view with respect to complaint of Nigerians about hardship?
Yes, Nigeria will continue to complain because we are complaining. In 1986, in 1986, someone sung a song. Olukoya, Timi Olukoya, he said, Baba Mobi Aguri, Oyeka Bada Sile, Ejeka Jawola Ponti Oyo, Kalodo Milakano, that is one. In 1957, there was a song. Kosowolode, Iluleo, Kosowolode. 1957, Iluleo, Kosowolode. Was it easy in 1957? Now that 1957, then Tinubu said them. Tinubu was about 10-20 years, not up to anything. In 1957.
If I may ask, they complain on Nigerians that they are hungry. Are they deceiving themselves, or are they truly hungry?
Yes, yes. Most of us are hungry. There are few that can eat well. The gap between the rich and the poor is too much, is too wide, and that is what Tinubu is up to control it. The gap between the rich and the poor, and the only thing you can use to breathe the gap between the rich and the poor is tax reform. It happened in the 13th century in Britain. Do you allow me to drink? Do you allow me to drink? The gap between the rich and the poor, the only thing that can bridge it is tax reform. You hear me? If you have 20 accounts, our BVN will dictate it, unless those in the CBN are fraudsters. You hear me? Those in the ministry, if they are honest, everything will come back. You don't get problem now. It is only those in the ministry, only those in the government that are the one that is causing the problem.
Okay, lastly, sir, what is your advice to the president? Seeing that some people are saying in the north that if you go ahead with this bill, will break Nigeria.
Nigeria will not break. Yes, Nigeria will not break. You hear me? Anybody that says Nigeria will break, I believe that person will be destroyed. You hear me? Anybody Nigeria am for, Nigeria will break. But Tabama unite. I got the new Koko to my Sowako. To my young Tamama Tele. You hear me? In the days of Moses, it was worse than Nigeria. Until Moses went and prayed, and God gave him the 10 commandments. It is the 10 commandments we are not using anywhere in the world now. Yeah, we only modify it.
Okay, now you know why I want to ask you this last question, because Tinubu before the election said he is going to increase the tax nets, he's going to slow down the economy and make Nigerians poorer. And of course, that's what we're witnessing. Are you aware of this position before you voted for him?
I voted for him, and I voted for him for the type of person I know him to be. Among the three of them, I will not vote for Atiku, because I know Atiku is a political prostitute. He jumped from one party to another. I cannot. Obi, thank you. Obi is a simple man. I didn't detect anything in him. I see Tinubu as a thief. I don't see Obi as a thief. I don't know him much, but I know Tinubu very well.
I like that.
You hear me?
You talk so much with confidence. Have you had dealing with Tinubu for you to classify him as a thief?
I've been
sir, for the very best of this.
Into my mouth. I will bite you. You hear me? You see? I have said it. Tinubu, wait, whether you ask to, Tinubu is the only one that can do it because he's a chief. Only people in Nigeria. Thief are too much in this country, and it is only thief that can catch them. Not me. We are no. Not Obasanjo. Not Buhari. Not Jonathan. Oh, Obi knows nothing. Yes, Obi is a simple man, and you want simple man because you are a thief, so that he will not catch you. Let someone who's you, a radical person, come up, you will run away. Wasa? And that is Tinubu for you.
Okay, see your disposition of how you describe Tinubu. How do you think Tinubu's fight against corruption with EFCC? What is your thinking? What is your position on it?
You see, Tinubu cannot do it all. As Obasanjo, Jonathan, and Buhari did not do it all. We have head of EFCC. Tinubu cannot head EFCC. Wait, he has to appoint someone. In 2003, Obasanjo said we should do national ID card. He put Sunday Afolabi there. Sunday Afolabi steal our money. But Obasanjo said, if you can't return Nigeria money, go and face the problem. What happened to Sunday Afolabi? I ask you.
I may not be privy to that. Maybe you should educate us.
Sunday Afolabi, a Yoruba man, commits suicide because he cannot face the problem. How many Igbos has done that? How many Hausa has done that? I'm asking you.
No, we are listening to you, sir.
If Obasanjo can do that, I believe anybody who fall into Tinubu's hand, that person will face the fire. That is what I know, and that is why I voted for him.
I must say every time you time, sir, that we have seen the lives of former governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, though he's under arrest now. The EFCC have not been able to prosecute him. We have seen some governors who have been invited. EFCC have not been able to secure this prosecution. Another Buhari, we saw two governors being convicted. Before you know it, a Buhari gave them state pardon, which of course demoralized the we know it. Buhari gave them state pardon. Do you think if a retired general could not fight corruption, do you think the Tinubu can do it?
Tinubu can do it. Investigation has procedures. Investigation has procedure. If your investigation is not pure, it will have some it will have some Tinubu will investigate a matter, get to the root. You hear me? Nigerians, we don't permit. I have a matter at Isokoko police station. I say I want to demand for investigation report. And what as element of criminality, the police say it is civil matter. You know what I mean? I have the report here. The police say it is a civil matter because they have collected money. If you want to investigate, America can go for 10 years to investigate a matter. UK can go for 10 years to investigate a matter. You hear me? So they will go down to the root, and dig it out. But in Nigeria, 2, 3, 4 years, we say, well, you will collect money. When you collect money, I say police are collecting money. Let them challenge me. In most time, they do not believe they are more in population than the Southerner. But I know the Niger, the neighboring country in the north, mixed along with them. That's why we cannot get the actual figure they have. But in the south, Igbos know themselves, the Efik know themselves, the Yorubas know themselves, the Benin people know themselves. So nobody can join us because we follow the law. But in the north, they don't follow the law. That is why they believe they are more than us.
Okay, now if I may ask, because some people are saying, if you don't consume alcohol, why should you benefit from the tax that come from alcohol? Well, that's the case of part of this reform bill. They are saying consumption tax. Where goods is being consumed is where you enjoy the tax. Do you support that area?
If you don't drink alcohol, you should not pay for alcohol.
You should not benefit from the tax.
You should not benefit from the tax. Please, my brother, I traveled to the north in 1981. and I discovered there was a brewery in Kano State. What is that brewery doing? What is that brewery manufacturing? It's not alcohol.
I understand that even in Kano State, there's a Hisba law that has a mandate to enforce ban on alcohol. And currently, we are saying the bill is saying where you produce or where people consume that goods should benefit more from that tax, and they're not saying this will make not poorer.
You see, as a politician, they have every statement to defend themselves. That is a political statement. Someone is going to benefit, someone is not going to benefit. It's a political statement. You hear me? In 1999, Obasanjo passed a bill, anti-corruption bill. But I believe Tinubu go against it. I believe, because he believes he's not going to benefit from it. And some people followed him. But is EFCC not existing now? Is Tinubu not using that to pick people? So forget that one. Okay,
Northern politicians, for how long shall we continue like this? We ask you to develop your people. You refuse to develop your people. Develop your region. You refuse to develop your region. Develop your agriculture. Instead, you brought bandits and Boko Haram. Now, we have a president that is thinking outside the box to fix this country. You're all trying to pull him back. A whole lot of you that are going against this tax bill do not even understand what this tax bill is all about. And the sad part of it is that the northern politicians are going against this bill are not going against this bill because of their people. They are going against the bill because federal allocation will not flow as supposed anymore. But for how long shall we continue like this as a country? Every other nation in the world are developing at the speed of light. But we're not doing anything to grow. And the little ones we're trying to do, you northern politicians are always pulling this country back. In truth. And the few northerners that are on the internet that understand this thing can't do anything, can't even educate their own brothers. What for? Because the politicians already bought all of them. They are all tweeting the same thing on X, sharing the same content everywhere. But for how long shall we continue like this? This is a shame. In 2024, look at what we're dragging. You're going against tax bill. What for? Because of your own selfish interest.